Dynasty shocked fans with a finale cliffhanger 36 years ago. Running from 1981 to 1989, Dynasty centered on two wealthy but feuding families, the Carringtons and the Colbys. It was the top show in the country during the 1984 to 1985 season, beating out other popular programs like Dallas and The Cosby Show, according to the New York Times. The cast has had several reunions since then. In October 1991, Joan Collins, Linda Evans, Heather Locklear, Al Corley and John James teamed up for the show's 4-hour sequel, Dynasty: The Reunion. So, where is the original cast of Dynasty now? Here's what they have been up to since the show went off the air. Heather Locklear as Sammy Jo Carrington. Born September 25, 1961. Like many of the show's actors, Heather Locklear shot to fame after appearing on Dynasty. Locklear joined the cast in Season 2 as Crystal's niece Sammy Jo. She was one of the few cast members to remain a main character until the show's cancellation in 1989. After famously splitting from husband Tommy Lee, whom she wed during her time on the show, Locklear married Richie Sambora, guitarist for Bon Jovi. The pair welcomed one child, Ava Elizabeth Sambora, in 1997, before going their separate ways in 2006. Locklear began dating Melrose Place co-star Jack Wagner in 2007. They became engaged in August 2011, but the pair had called it quits by November. In 2018, Locklear was arrested twice. She later pleaded no contest to 8 misdemeanor counts including 5 counts of battery on a peace officer and was ordered to spend 30 days in a residential mental health facility. In 2020, Locklear got engaged to her high school sweetheart, Chris Heiser. That same year, the actress celebrated 1 year of sobriety. In 2021, Locklear made her return to acting with the Lifetime biopic Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, the Christine Carlson story. Today she is 64. Linda Evans as Crystal Carrington. Born November 18, 1942. Evans played Alexis's rival, Crystal Carrington, on Dynasty. She left the show due to burnout in 1988, choosing to, sort of retire, as she told Digital Journal in 2023. After her Legends run, the Golden Globe winner competed on a 2009 season of Hell's Kitchen and won. In 2012, she published a part memoir and part cookbook called Recipes for Life, My Memories. Evans eventually made her way back into film, picking up her first project in decades with 2021's Swan Song. The actress was married twice, to John Derek and Stan Herman, and dated Greek composer Yanni for nearly a decade. From 1989 to 1998, Evans hasn't had a public relationship in some time. Today she is 82. John Forsythe as Blake Carrington. Born January 29, 1918. Forsythe, who played oil tycoon Blake Carrington, was in high demand during his time on Dynasty. After Dynasty, Forsythe starred in the 1992 soap opera The Powers That Be. He also left his mark on the silver screen in films like In Cold Blood, 1967, and Scrooge, 1988. He reprised his role as Charles Townsend for the Charlie's Angels films in the early 2000s. Forsythe was married 3 times, to Parker McCormick, Julie Warren and Nicole Carter. Forsythe had 3 children, son Dahl Forsythe, whom he shared with McCormick, and daughters Paige and Brooke Forsythe, whom he shared with Warren. Forsythe was diagnosed with colon cancer in 2006 and died from complications of pneumonia on April 1, 2010 at age of 92 in his home in Santa Ynez. Califf, his widow, Carter, died of cancer just 5 weeks later, according to the Los Angeles Times. Pamela Sue Martin as Fallon Carrington. Born January 5, 1953. Pamela Sue Martin played Fallon Carrington, the heiress daughter of Blake Carrington and Alexis Colby, for the first 4 seasons of Dynasty. After leaving the spotlight, the Hardy Boys' Nancy Drew Mysteries alum moved to Idaho to start her family. She had 1 child, Nicholas, with her 4th husband, Bruce Allen, whom she married in 1990 and divorced in 1998. Martin's other husbands were Charles Gates, Jorge Brush and Manuel Rojas. After 4th divorce, Martin began working in local theater, later becoming the artistic director of Interplanetary Theater Group and performing in a production of The Laramie Project. Though she largely stayed out of the limelight, she's since made a comeback. In 2017, she appeared in the Lifetime movie My Christmas Prince. Martin's most recent TV appearance was on an episode of the rebooted Nancy Drew in 2019. Today she is 72. Pamela Bellwood as Claudia Blaisdell Carrington. Born the 26th of June 1951. Since Dynasty, Pamela Bellwood, known to Dynasty fans as Claudia Blaisdell Carrington, has starred both on TV and in film, including in an episode of The Twilight Zone in 1989 and with a stint as a grown-up Becca on Life Goes On in 1992. Bellwood has kept a relatively low profile since her days on the show, since she found the buzz around Dynasty difficult to handle. Bellwood has been married twice, first to writer Peter Bellwood and later to photographer Nick Wheeler. She and her second husband share at least 2 kids, sons Carrie and Christian. Today she is 74. Al Corley as Steve Carrington. Born May 22, 1956. Al Corley played Steve Carrington, the son of Blake and Alexis, for just one season of Dynasty. Although Steve had relationships with both men and women in the series, the character identified as gay, something Corley felt that writers weren't willing to explore, which caused him to leave the show. Following his Dynasty departure, Corley recorded the 1984 chart-topping song, Square Rooms. He followed the song up with 2 full-length albums. He also continued to act, starring in the film A Kiss Goodnight, 1994, and Torchlight, 1985. The latter alongside his Dynasty co-star Martin. In 1989, Corley married Jessica Cardinal. Before their split in the late 1990s, the couple had 3 children. He directed his first film, Bigger Than the Sky, in 2005. Corley's most recent acting credit was The Ice Road in 2021. Today he is 69. John James as Jeff Colby. Born April 18, 1956. Though he auditioned to play Steve, John James wound up as good guy Jeff Colby on Dynasty and its spin-off, The Colbys. James struggled to get work following Dynasty. After the show stopped, nobody wanted to touch me. Ultimately, he moved to a farm in upstate New York with his wife Denise Coward, a model and Miss World runner-up, whom he married in 1989. The pair have 2 kids, a daughter, Laura Ellen James, and a son, Philip James. In 2012, Laura won the 19th cycle of America's Next Top Model. James's return to the limelight came with roles on the soap operas All My Children, 2006-2007, and As the World Turns, 2003-2008. In 2022, James teamed up with former Dynasty co-stars Thompson and Jack Coleman to bring fans a new cabaret show called Cocktails with the Carringtons. Today he is 69. Wayne Northrup as Michael Culhane. Born April 12, 1947. Playing the part of Blake's conniving chauffeur Michael Culhane was Wayne Northrup, who appeared on the show in seasons 1 and 7. In between Dynasty appearances, Northrup starred on Days of Our Lives through 1994 and again from 2005 to 2006. He also was a series regular on Port Charles in the late 90s. The actor married his Port Charles co-star Lynn Herring in 1981. They have 2 sons, Hank and Grady, according to TV Source. Northrup died on November 29, 2024 at age of 77, 6 years after being diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Katie Kurtzman as Lindsay Blaisdell. Born September 16, 1965. Katie Kurtzman, who played the teenage Lindsay Blaisdell, took a break from acting after leaving the series in 1981. Since then, Kurtzman has appeared on shows like Strong Medicine in 2004 and Grey's Anatomy in 2013. Kurtzman told the fan site that she has since gotten married for a second time and teaches acting. Today she is 60. Bo Hopkins as Matthew Blaisdell. Born February 2, 1938. Bo Hopkins, who played geologist Matthew Blaisdell, had a prolific career, starring in over 100 film and television projects. Hopkins executive produced and starred in Shade, 2003, alongside Sylvester Stallone, Melanie Griffith and Jamie Foxx. He had parts in feature films such as The Getaway, 1972, and Phantoms, 1998. His final appearance was in Hillbilly Elegy, 2020. Hopkins first married Norma Woodall, with whom he welcomed a daughter, Jane. In 1989, he married Sean Eleanor Green, with whom he had a son, Matthew. In May 2022, Hopkins died after having a heart attack roughly 2 weeks prior at age of 84. Joan Collins as Alexis Colby. Born the 23rd of May 1933. With her buzzy role as the socialite and businesswoman Alexis Colby, Collins is widely credited with catapulting Dynasty's ratings into the stratosphere. After Dynasty, Collins' star continued to rise with roles on The Nanny, Will and Grace, Guiding Light and The Royals. In 2006, she starred alongside Evans in the American national tour of the play Legends, in which she played a once famous actress named Sylvia. The actress has kept busy writing memoirs, novels and non-fiction books. She published her 19th book, Behind the Shoulder Pads, in 2023. Collins has been married 5 times, to Maxwell Reed, Anthony Newley, Ron Cass, Peter Home and her current husband, the great love of her life, producer Percy Gibson. To this day, Collins continues acting. She will play Wallace Simpson in an upcoming biopic. As The Guardian reported in January 2025, today she is 92.